spiritual intelligence, lack of it, is the cause of all problems. People are competent, they are managers, they are directors, everything. But the lack of spiritual intelligence is bringing their life in shambles and causing a mess. What has happened? And what is the consequence of this loss of spiritual intelligence? Because we have turned our backs to God. Let's say this is God, this is the soul's consciousness is like this. So the material energy Maya has overcome us and engulfed us in darkness. The spiritual intelligence is lost. And what is the consequence of this loss of spiritual intelligence? Anityanatma dukkheshu viparyaya matirhyaham. Akrur says in the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, he says 3 problems. First one, the temporary things of the world, we are thinking they are permanent. Why? Lack of spiritual intelligence. We are giving them the value that should be given to permanent things. When we know, we will leave it all and go away. And yet, we are convinced, no, this is so important. Thomas Gray, a British poet, had written, the boast of heraldry, the pomp of glory, all that beauty, all that wealth ever gave, awakes alike the inevitable hour. The paths of glory lead but to the grave. Finally, you'll have to go to the grave, leaving it all behind. That is why Akbar, Mughal emperor, Babur's grandson, he built his capital Fatehpur Sikri. You know, Akbar was actually a religious person. His minister, Birbal, put in a lot of wisdom into him. And Akbar actually tried to create a new religion called Deen-e-Ilahi, taking the best of Hinduism and Islam and other religions. So Akbar, on the entrance to his capital Fatehpur Sikri, is the main entrance of the Buland Darwaza. There he inscribed something in Persian. And what he inscribed was, this world is like a bridge. Cross over it, but build no house on it. He was indicating to the impermanency of this world. It is all impermanent. We are forgetting. When Avadhut Dattatreya, he walked into the palace of Jimutketu. So he said, Rajan, can I stay in this dharmshala of yours? Jimutketu said, mind your tongue, sadhu. This is not a dharmshala, it's a palace. So Avadhut Dattatreya said, I came here 50 years ago. You were not on the throne. Your grandfather was the king. That picture on the wall of that turbaned person seems to be your grandfather. And again I came 25 years ago. That time your father was on the throne. That picture of that mustached person, that is probably your father. And now you are there. So every time somebody comes and then departs, they only come for a little while and then vacate. That is why I am saying this is a temporary place. So the first lack of spiritual intelligence, anitya, the temporary things, our buddhi is saying, no, they are permanent. Hence the poet said, दुनिया में खूब कमाया, क्या हीरे क्या मोती, लेकिन क्या करें यारों, कफन में जेब नहीं होती. The shroud that covers the dead body doesn't have pockets. I could take nothing, even though I earned so many jewels and gems. The second, anatma, that which is not the self, the body. We are assuming it to be the self, and we are giving it so much of importance. 24 hours a day we are running around for the body. And how much importance are we giving to the soul? So this body, which is all important for us, is actually made from mud. The Swamiji body is made from mud. Oh, how do you say that? It is. All that you eat is all a derivative of mud. The mud converted into grains, vegetables, fruits, grass. The cow ate the grass, created milk for you. So all you are eating is a derivative of mud. And it has become this body. And when the soul departs, this body will again become mud. The body will have three ends: krimi, vid or bhasma. Based on religious tradition, some people will burn it in front of your eyes, it becomes mud. Some people will bury it. Now you can put a board there, here lies John Smith. But whom are you fooling? Who lies there? It's become mud. Or some people throw the body into the stream, and then the creatures of the water, they eat it and make it excreta. So from mud to mud. The Bible also says, from dust unto dust. Now that body, we are calling it the self, and this is supposed to be science. Swamiji, I'm a scientist. I don't believe in these religious things you're talking about. Mr. Scientist, if you are a body made of mud, because science doesn't accept the presence of the soul, answer this one question. Where does free will come from? Simple question. Where does free will come from? If you are a bunch of chemicals, chemicals don't have free will. Now, a computer, you can create artificial intelligence, but it's programmed. It doesn't have free will. So if we are a bunch of chemicals and the intellect is everything is a consequence of chemicals, where is free will coming from, Mr. Scientist? Please answer this. No answers. So this concept that we are the body is again lack of spiritual intelligence. The third one, dukkheshu. The pleasures of the world that are actually sources of misery. We have conditioned ourselves to think they will give happiness, and we are running after them. The big illusion, like the mirage in the desert. The deer, because of the reflections of the sun rays on the hot sand, sees there's water there. There is no water, it's a mirage. Now the deer never studied physics in school, so it runs. And the more it runs, the more the mirage keeps receding from it. And finally the deer dies. So we also keep running. We always think, I will get happiness later on. You know, in India, people think that how can we be happy? We are in India, it's a developing country. If we could be in America, we would surely be happy. So once I was giving a lecture in Tampa, Florida. And on the last day, one Western lady asked me, Swamiji, where are you going from here? So I said, I'm going to New York. So she became all ogle-eyed. New York! Ooh, the land of happiness. The land of Broadway and Times Square, New York. So I said, this is what America thinks of New York. So when I went to New York, I said to the New Yorkers that all America thinks that you are living in the land of happiness. Are you all happy? But actually, you don't need to ask New Yorkers. You can see from their face how unhappy they are. See, When you have to go 1 hour in the metro, all the happiness will get squeezed out in any case. So we are running after what is actually misery. Anitya, this is the viparya of the intellect. And that is why we need to correct the intellect.
For the upliftment of mankind, Jagadguru Shree Kripaluji Maharaj, who was an embodiment of spiritual knowledge and divine bliss, extracted and reconciled the wisdom from the enormous ocean of Vedic scriptures to spread Maharaji's mission to planetary scales. Swami Mukundananda has undertaken a monumental task of building Jagadguru Kripalu University. Understanding the needs of present-day humanity, Swamiji's vision combines cutting-edge scientific disciplines with ancient Vedic wisdom, making JKYog a one-of-a-kind blend. The university will encompass the areas of Vedic philosophy, yoga, contemporary sciences, technologies, holistic medicine and arts. Construction of this millennial complex is at full swing on a 100-acre land in Odisha, India. It will play a crucial role in uplifting physical, mental and spiritual well-being of millions of people worldwide. Donate or raise funds for this noble cause. Every contribution will have a huge impact.